Welcome back, everybody, to the Tao of Streaming. This is a video channel that I stream. I'm going to try to do it almost every day throughout the baseball season, in which I play this video game, MLB The Show, and which I try to become a better hitter. It's my third year playing this game. I'm a terrible hitter, and I'm going to get into that in a moment. The first year playing, I hit 188. 188. That's below the Mendoza line. That's about as bad as you can possibly be. And I was a bad hitter. Sometimes opponents would even message me, letting me know how bad I really was. And then last year, I raised my average a bit, my team average, to about 241. And that's not very good, but it's a lot better than 188, and it's at least 41 points above, again, what we call the Mendoza line, named after a player named Mendoza who had a batting average of 200. We'll get into that story another time. It was from the history of baseball. This year, and part of this stream, part of the reason why I call this channel the Tao of Baseball, is we want to see if we could use some philosophy and the science of hitting and the science of sports to see if we can improve as a hitter and make the much vaunted position of legendary difficulty in this game, which I've never been able to make. But that was my goal, to try to do it in 3 years. Now, this game, MLB The Show, it's a video game, but it's also a baseball simulator. And what I mean by that is it really gives you the simulation of what it's like to hit a baseball when it's thrown at a high level, when it comes at you really fast. And what I mean by that, obviously it's a video game, so I'm not carrying around a piece of lumber and trying to hit a ball that if it hit me at 100 miles per hour squarely in the head, it might kill me, as it happens in real life. So we don't have to do that. You just work a controller. But I think some of the mental processes are similar. Again, a simulation. What I mean by that is for the time of a baseball, maybe thrown 100 miles per hour, by the time it travels 60 feet from the pitcher's hand to home plate, it takes about 0.3 or 0.4 seconds to get to the home plate. Within that time frame, in fact, I would argue, just not me, anyone who studies this kind of things will tell you that you actually have to decide before 0.4 seconds to realize whether or not you're going to swing, whether or not the pitch is going to be a strike or a ball, what kind of pitch is coming in, how fast it is coming in. You have to make multiple calculations, not in 0.4 seconds. You have to do it really before the ball's even halfway to its destination. You have to make this decision in really about 0.2, no more than 0.3 seconds after the ball leaves the pitcher's hand. That means, and that requires just an immediate reaction to the point where it's kind of like an instinctual reaction because you have no time to really think about it. You just have to do it. That said, it's not just instinctual, because what you have to do is you have to practice, and you have to practice a lot, and you have to get used to the pitches that are coming in. And remember, it's not the same. Right now in this batting practice, I'm getting the same pitch over and over again, so it's a lot easier. And in a moment, we're going to play a game again. But I'm going to spend the first 15 minutes talking and warming up. That's how I envision this going, even though it's only a second stream. Everything can change and probably will change. But you have to, again, what you have to do in practice is to get to know all the pitches, to get into the muscle memory, how to swing at certain pitches in certain places, and do it so often. I mean, just do it again and again and again to where, again, it embeds into your muscle memory so that when you're finally in a game and you see it coming and you see it happening, you're reacting, not just to react, not out of ignorance. You're reacting, your training kicks in and allows you to use what you learned instinctually. And I guess that's the trick, to be able to use what you learn, not to think about it, but to use it instinctively. And I say all this because what I'm using, I say we're going to talk about philosophy and history on this channel too. We're combining a lot of things that probably shouldn't be combined. But I'm going to use the philosophy of a 17th century samurai warrior from Japan by the name of Miyamoto Musashi. Miyamoto Musashi was born in the late 1500s, but his prime, his adult years were really in the first half of the 1600s. That's why we say 17th century. It took me a while to figure out like how we say and break all that down. And he was considered Japanese or Japan's greatest samurai sword fighter. And he was a Ronin samurai, which means back in this period of time, Japan is divided up between all kinds of different feudal lords, and samurais would, get paid and give their allegiance to one warlord over another, and that's how it worked. Or you were a Ronin, which kind of meant like you were a free agent. You were a mercenary for hire. Whoever would pay you the best, you would usually go and take that job and do that warlord's bidding, but not permanently, not some grand allegiance. You were your own free agent. That's what a Ronin basically was. And Miyamoto Musashi was a Ronin. But what he did a lot of was he would just travel around and make an announcement. And there's not a lot known about his life, but he left us a book. But when he'd come to a town, he'd make an announcement that he was here to challenge your best sword fighter, and people would sign up who, this is a challenge. People would sign up and they would have a sword fight in the middle of town or somewhere appropriate, and all the townspeople would come and watch. Musashi never lost a sword fight, so the story goes. Probably apocryphal, but that's how the story. He's really well remembered, Miyamoto Musashi today. One of Japan's great novels, sort of their Gone of the Wind, is called Musashi. I listened to the audiobook a couple of years ago. It's 50 hours long. It's 1,000 pages long. It's like a Tolstoy, War and Peace or something like that. It's a very long book, but again, it's a fictional book. Musashi himself actually wrote his own book just before he died. And it's a very short book in which he lays out his principles in sword fighting. And the book is called, it's called The Book of Five Rings. And in it, Musashi lays out a couple principles we've already learned in a previous stream. That one, everything he teaches in the book is not just meant for sword fighting, or as he calls it, martial arts. That his techniques, which is a lot about the mind, your mental state in approaching competition, can be used in almost any facet of life. It could be used in skateboarding, it could be used in, playing MLB The Show and trying to get better at hitting. It's not what he did not say, MLB The Show. He died hundreds of years ago. But the idea is that in MLB The Show, this game right here, use his techniques and hopefully you'll get better. And that's what I'm trying to find out this year. I want to use his techniques and see if I could become a better hitter. Maybe hit 280 on the year rather than last year's 241, to see if we can get a significant improvement in hitting. So another technique we learned from Musashi in a previous stream is that you must practice everything. Every technique that's a part of the sword fight, which is what he did, is martial arts. You must practice again and again and again, as I said before, until you get it into your muscle memory. Because when you're sword fighting, or if you're hitting a baseball that comes at you at 100 miles per hour, you only have a split second to decide what to do. And that could be the difference, especially in sword fighting, between life and death. Not as serious in baseball. We're in the modern world now. So you couldn't leave it just a chance. It wasn't just reaction to react. It had to be reaction based on what you've already learned in your training. Again, as I said earlier, to be used instinctual. So I started doing batting practice before I even got on here, trying to hit different things. We'll talk about some of that later. Right now, I'm just hitting fastballs, trying to get used to the speed and warmed up for gameplay, which we're going to go to in a moment. We're going to play online. We're going to play competitor. But today, I also wanted to introduce another principle that I think is very important from Miyamoto Musashi in his 5 books. And it's about rhythm. It's about rhythm. And that in sports or in competition, or as he says, there is rhythm in absolutely everything. And you need to recognize your rhythm, the highs and lows of rhythm, but also the rhythm of your opponents. And you need to know how to disguise your own rhythm so that how to be unexpected. So I'm going to read just a portion of what he writes here. Of course, this is an English translation. He writes this: rhythm is something that exists in everything, but the rhythms of martial arts in particular are difficult to master without practice. Rhythm is manifested in the world in such things as dance and music, pipes and strings. These are all harmonious rhythms. In the field of martial arts, there are rhythms and harmonies in archery, gunnery, and even horsemanship. In all arts and sciences, rhythm is not to be ignored. There is even rhythm in being empty. You remember, well, if you heard the previous stream, which actually nobody did, but that's okay, we talked about being empty, which is not about your mind being empty as though you're ignorant and you don't know, but being empty means that if you come up to bat, or if you're in a sword fight, or even if you're playing basketball, it doesn't really matter. Being empty means you've already mastered physically all the techniques through practice. So you keep the mind clear. You're not thinking about anything. You're just there to react, and your reaction will be based on the training you already have. And that's what he means when he says empty. And as he talks about rhythm, he says there is even rhythm in being empty. In the professional life of a warrior, there are rhythms of rising to office and rhythms of stepping down, rhythms of fulfillment and rhythms of disappointment. In the field of commerce, there are rhythms of becoming rich and rhythms of losing one's fortunes. Harmony and disharmony in rhythm occur in every walk of life. It is imperative to distinguish carefully between the rhythms of flourishing and the rhythms of decline in every single thing. The rhythms of the martial arts are varied. First, know the right rhythms and understand the wrong rhythms, and discern the appropriate rhythms from among great and small, and slow and fast rhythms. Know the rhythms of spatial relations. Know the rhythms of reversal. These matters are specialties of martial science. Unless you understand these rhythms of reversal, your martial artistry will not be reliable. And this is the next important part. The way to win in a battle, according to military science, is to know the rhythms of the specific opponents and use rhythms that your opponents do not expect, producing formless rhythms from rhythms of wisdom. I think when it comes to this game, that might be one of the most important points about rhythm. In this game, you're facing a pitcher, an opponent who can throw you a fastball, a curve, a slider, a palm ball, a knuckleball, a Vulcan changeup, you know, all kinds of balls that they can throw and throw all these kind of wrinkles. And you got to pick up on what your opponent's tendencies are. Or in other words, what your opponent's rhythms are. And even when you're pitching, and we're going to get into this, even when you're pitching, going up against a batter, you want to figure out what the tendencies of the batter are. Is he aggressive? Is he patient? Does he swing at the first pitch? Does he swing when he's down, no balls and 2 strikes? You're trying to get a feel. And a lot of that is just a rhythm you can start to recognize. And I think rhythm is really important in sports. I think it's really important. They always say in basketball, did they get into a rhythm? You got to get into a rhythm. And I think rhythm really matters. And rhythm, again, is something that you practice the techniques until they get into your muscle memory. And then once they're in your muscle memory, you let your mind become empty and still and clear so that you're fully in the moment, observing what's happening. And then you're able to respond appropriately as though it was instinctual, even though you all learned it through diligent practice. If I was a coach, and I'm not, but personally I think I should be, but nobody else obviously does. But if I was a coach, I would make Miyamoto Musashi's Book of 5 Rings required reading. And I meant to check this before I started today. I said this yesterday. A friend once told me, because I said this to a friend who's also a sports fan. A friend once told me that Phil Jackson might have done the same technique. And you'll remember the great NBA coach Phil Jackson. He was all about the mind and all about Zen. All about Zen. So my record is 3-1. Going to try to play a game each day. Some days I'll skip because days off happen. I'm going to try to stream 1 game a day and see if we can apply these methods to getting better at this game. That's why we call it the Tao of baseball. I think, as I've said before, baseball is a nice reflection of life. The very best team in baseball is still going to lose 35 to 40% of the games, and the worst team is still going to win 35 to 40% of the games. You can be a batter and just tear the cover. That's the right saying. Tear the cover off the ball. And if you hit it at a defensive player, you're out. You failed. Conversely, you could barely nick the ball, hardly hit it. But if you happen to put it in fair territory where there are no defensive players, well, you're rewarded with a base hit. And so there's a real randomness to the game that makes it unpredictable. And all you could really do is try to put yourself in the right position, in the best position possible, in order to be more successful than not, understanding you're going to fail a great amount of time. And in baseball, if you're a hitter, even the best hitters are going to fail 65% of the time. That's kind of the beauty of it. Because in life, all you could really do is try to put yourself in the best position you can and see how things play out. That's why it's important in baseball you have 162 games, because the more games you have, well, then the more the more likely or larger sample size you have, and in that sample size, um, in that sample size, uh, a large sample size, anyways, you should see who are the better players and who are not. This game, I'm using my favorite pitcher. I finally got him, Greg Maddux. Greg Maddux knows about rhythm. We're going to talk about it as we pitch with him. Well, let's see if my opponent's going to play. I do so much talking, probably too much. My team, by the way, is the Oakland Larks. The Oakland Larks from the town of Oakland, who we're going to have against Yoshinobu Yamamoto, the Japanese phenom pitcher. We're on the road. Let's see what my opponent's record is. My opponent record is 5-1. So I'm worried about this. I am worried. 363 batting average, 3.28 ERA. I think I'm going up against a better. I think yesterday we went up against a better player as well. So this is going to be interesting. Anyways, the Oakland Larks. I want you to check out my uniforms. I made them myself. But the Oakland Larks were baseball's Negro League team for a short period of time, around 1945, 1946. I'm definitely not naming my team after the Athletics. Leading off for the Farmers, the left fielder. Cool Papa Bell is my leadoff hitter. A great Negro League ball player. Played for many teams, including the Crawford, the Pittsburgh Crawfords. Okay, Yamamoto begins with the. Okay, we got to concentrate here. A cutter low. Want to pick up on tendencies. Also want to pick up where the ball's coming from, sort of in the middle of there. That was a splitter. Take another pitch. That's in, ball 2. What are we? 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sit on fastball. I saw that, and I didn't hold up anyways. Now I signaled to him that he can throw a ball out of the strike zone and have me swing, which I did not want to do. He's now getting the sense that I take a lot of pitches, and because I swung at a bad ball there, wasn't terrible. Because I swung at a bad ball there, let him know that maybe my taking pitches wasn't because I have a great eye, but because I was just taking them. And I want him to think that I have a great eye, which I don't. Nope, ball 1. Because then he'll feel forced to throw me strikes. That's what I want. Balls I can hit. I do struggle with those balls in the dirt, though. That's what I was looking for. It's not thinking fastball there. But I fought it off. I saw that and I swung anyways. I can't believe it. I can't believe I swung at that anyways. Because I'm not very good at this game. This stream is all about if I could use the principles of Miyamoto Musashi to improve at this game. It's my favorite pitcher in the game, the Professor, Greg Maddux. He doesn't throw the hardest, but he has really good accuracy. He throws a great cutter, sinker combination, and we're just going to try to play with the mind of my opponent. Leading off for the Killers, the third baseman. His team's name's the Killers. I'm in some trouble. I like to throw strikes early to make him think I'm a strike thrower, which will allow me later to not throw as many strikes. Oof. He hit that one very hard, but I'm lucky it was not hit in the air. I have a feeling this guy's really good. We in trouble. I wasn't even paying attention. I was too focused. We are not having a good start here. One zero. That was my fault.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber.
I don't feel like I really am late on this, to be honest. Need to buckle down. It's a good eye. Let's try it again. I want him to know I'll throw this. I'll walk him. I'm willing to walk him. I want him to know it. I don't care. Yep. It's okay. Gotta play the long game here. See if we can get him to roll into a double play. It's too bad he fouled that off. That probably would have been a double play. Oh my God, I'm not pitching well. Let's go back inside. Oh, that was a fluke hit. That's baseball. That's baseball. You barely hit it. You just hit it where there no one is, and you are rewarded. I did not. That just, man, I'm having a really difficult first inning here. It's a nice sinker. Sinker gives the appearance. It kind of does the opposite that a cutter does. Looks like it's going in, and then at the last minute breaks back out. Thinks I'm gonna do a cutter. Oh my God. I was so excited. Oh, I got lucky there. That was gonna be another run. I think this guy's good. Yep. I can't see the ball. Do you see that? You couldn't see the ball. Man, I can't believe I'm so low rated right now. There's this many good players. And he didn't need that lucky hit. He's perfectly capable of kicking my ass without it. I'm going to get mercied. There are mercy rules. I mean, look, how is that fouled off? He's very early on the swing time, and the ball was in the dirt. Look at this. It's going to frustrate me and throw one, and I'm going to throw one right over the plate. And he's going to hit it over my head for a home run. Man, I am down 6-0. I did not see this happening at the lower levels. All right. Remember I was bragging about Greg Maddux? I don't know what to do now. I hit that one hard. You know, it's one thing to get your butt kicked, but it's a whole other thing to do it as you're streaming. This is one of those games where your whole game plan goes to hell. This guy's really good, though. I mean, he scored 6 runs in the first inning. I'm just going to use the rest of this game. The pressure's off. I think we're losing. Going to see, though, if we can improve our hitting. Let's just focus on hitting. There we go. Get a Ted Williams. Ooh. You get a double? Yes, we are. Last player in Major League Baseball to hit over 400. He hit 406. I think it might have been in 1946. Okay. Okay. Watch the pitch. Fastball in. Man, I'm not even trying to win. I'm just trying to score a little bit to make it respectable. This thing's being streamed. Oh, I hit that one hard, but right to the fielder. Remember his soft hit? The bloop that made it into right field before he hit a 3-run home run? It's what makes baseball so infuriating. Now, this is a video game, and as frustrated as I am over that, I mean, he even gets the calls. As frustrated as I am over that, it's also how regular baseball works. That's why I like this game. Oh, man, why'd I do that? All right, people, we need to concentrate. Not that anyone's watching, but still. You gotta get his rhythm. He's got a nice curveball. I need to stay off it.
Off the plate, ball 1.
No luck for me. Like, he's winning 6-0. You think I get a little bit of help, right? And he did get he kicked my ass that previous inning. No question about that. He had my rhythm. Let's watch him hit this for a home run. Curveball is the ball most likely to be hit for a home run if you throw it as a strike. Which I did. And the reason I threw it, look, here's another blue pit. Did you see that? Did you see that? Like, this guy does not need the baseball gods to help him. This is a god. Anyways, the reason I threw that curveball for a strike is because of Greg Maddux. He once said, in order for you to be effective, it's like fishing. Got him. It's like, what? Oh, huh. I thought he was out. Yeah, we'll just foul everything else off. Anyways, what Greg Maddox said is that you got to give a batter some bait sometimes. You have to give the batter some hittable pitches. Otherwise, they just won't swing. And you got to hope when you give that batter hittable pitches, they miss or they don't hit it hard. But once they know you're willing to go in there with a hittable pitch, it's going to keep them on edge to try to swing, to try to hit the ball. And then you can use that against them by using as much deception as you can. And these pitches aren't even close. Do I not have his timing down? Like the inning should be over. Can we agree to that? He almost got another base hit there. You saw that, right? I got there, but all right. All right. Joe Mauer, one of the greatest pure hitters as a catcher in the history of the game. Oh, I might get, probably not. Nope. For a moment, I thought I was going to get a break, but I didn't deserve a break, even though he didn't deserve his breaks either. But I'm swinging at pitches in the dirt. I got to stop that. Okay. So that's our goal rest of this game. Did I say we're going to stop? I'm stopping it right now. He knows he could throw a ball in the dirt and have me swinging. Couldn't have hit that ball any better. And all I got was a single. Cool Papa Bell. Again, he played with a lot of teams, including the Pittsburgh Crawfords. He got the name Cool Papa because the players thought he was just cool. Cool. Like he dressed cool. He acted cool. He was cool. Brother, you do not want to be walking me with a 6-run lead. But good eye. That was a good eye. Walks are so rare in this. I feel quite proud to get one. Oh, no luck for me. No luck for me. It's okay. It's okay. Aha. Didn't swing. But I swung there. I can't believe I swung. I can't believe I swung there.
Nope, that's inside.
Ooh, wasn't expecting that.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball inside.
Oh, that was my pitch. Ooh, I should have been, I could have been ball 3. Okay. In philosophy, awareness is important. And we are now aware that we have a problem of swinging at balls in the dirt. Regrettably, my opponent
For the killer.
is also very aware of that.
Counts 1-0.
Got to mix it up a little bit.
1 strike. Ball. That's inside. We got a full count.
Hit it well, but not well enough.
Ball 1.
Now, you did see my opponent got some of those calls.
Hey. 1-1.
Again, another ball he barely hit. I mean, he hit it, but it just happened to go into a place where you can't control really where the ball goes. You can maybe, if you're early or late, just determine which direction, but not precisely. And this guy has been getting a lot. He's been good too. I think it's pretty clear. He's better than me. But boy, he's been getting some breaks. That's the thing. You got to make your breaks, right? That's the Tao of baseball. That's the Tao of baseball.
Nope. That's inside.
Telling you, Maddox is good. He just had a really bad first inning. Hit that one pretty hard, though.
Leading off.
Ted Williams.
The designated hitter.
It's exciting that he's in the game this year. Okay, we have made Yamamoto throw a good number of pitches after 3 innings, so that part's good. Okay. We're going to get a double out of this? I think so. Yeah. Message to my opponent.
Now batting.
Just keep the ball in the dirt, brother.
No strike. Ball 1. That's in. Ball 2. Hey.
See? See what happens for me when I hit that pitch? But I wasn't quite ready for that. There we go. On the board, Bryce Harper, 2-run home run. I'll take it. Oh. Oh. Was it going to fall? Probably not. No, because I get no luck in this game. I really don't. It's all right. I'm just glad I scored.
Leading off for Illinois, the center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Nice pitch. Hit that pretty well, but you're out. You're out, brother. You are out. Got him reaching. See, Maddox is good. We just had a terrible first inning.
Right fielder, Mike Trout.
I feel like I'm now playing with him. Telling you, I'm good with Maddox. It's just my debut was really terrible. My first inning was terrible. It's all about deception. I want him to know what pitch is coming, actually. That's the beauty of Greg Maddox.
Pendleton.
Let's bear down. I wasn't even going to swing there. I was going to say, let's not swing in this next pitch.
That's a ball. 2-2 the count.
Fight it off. Fight it off. Got to watch the release of the ball. Got it in on me. Cool Papa Bell says the only man who could steal first. I was looking breaking pitch, but I did not execute it well. Base hit? Nope. Of course not. Ooh, nope. I got to lock in. He's going to be taking out Yamamoto here pretty soon. He's getting tired. I've been good at
The designated hitter.
making him throw a lot of pitches.
Schwarber. What do you got?
Of course not.
That's ball two. Ball, that's inside.
Let's go outside now.
Hey. Account's full.
Huh, he doesn't have a fastball this time. Oh, another CNI single. I mean, I'm okay with that, but boy, he's getting a lot of them. What was the exit velocity on that one? Do we know? Is it 76 miles per hour? I can't tell that's the pitch or here we go. Um,
Now batting. The first
I
baseman, Nick.
I'm getting no love in this game. That should have been a toss to second and a first for the out. Now I bet you this Kurtz guy comes up, gets a nice double play. I'm sorry, not double play. No, 2-run home run. That's what he's going to do. No, I'm not getting the double play.
No balls, two strikes. That's a ball. Two balls, two strikes. Account is full.
These guys are really nonchalant in the field today. They're acting like their head's not in the game. Why would it be? We're getting our ass kicked. All right.
For the A's, the center fielder, Walker.
We are not the A's. We are the Larks. He's going to take out Yamamoto, I think. Nope. They say about not swinging at balls in the dirt.
That's a ball. I got a ball, one strike. Aye.
Good pitch. This curveball's got a nice break to it. I sure remember this. I got him on my team as well.
Ball, that's it.
Good thing, because I wasn't going to hit it either if it was a strike. I don't think I swung.
0-1. Oh, 2 is the count. One ball, two strikes.
I hope that's a home run. Oh, he's going to catch it. Of course he is. Yes, of course. Of course. Why wouldn't he? I guess I thought I hit it better than off the bat than I actually did.
The left fielder, Manny
Okay.
Ramirez. Oh, 1's the count.
No, of course not. Not this guy.
Ball, that's out. Oh, 1.
Dotting him. Do you see how good Maddox has been since that first inning? Steve Reich. Really? On a ball. That was a ball. I mean, they're giving this guy everything. I am playing the chosen one. Give him credit. Or her. Now, you got to put yourself in good position to have, to capitalize when things are going your way. like he just never misses. He has a good eye. He's a good player. He's better than I am, as the score would suggest. But I think it's time
Cody
to pull him.
Bellinger.
Great game, though. You take out that first inning.
Now pitching.
You take out the first inning, I'm winning 2-1. Not good though that I've only scored 2 runs.
Third baseman, Jordan Lawler.
Hit it well, but I'm there. All right. That's going to make it harder to come back. I was thinking 6-2, you know, have a few things go my way and then really connect on one, hit like a 3-run home run, maybe make it, 6-5. I don't know.
Leading off for the Flyers.
Here comes Mr. Badass. Bryce Harper might be the biggest badass in baseball. You see him like when they were making their playoff run and he was when they were celebrating after victories. He was in the locker room. Cameras were in there with his shirt off.
Now pitching.
Tanner Scott.
Scott.
Okay. It's going to be hard inside, soft outside. See? Just want to see where his pitches come. Oh, I knew that was coming, but see that's that split second thing.
The right fielder, number 30.
That's that split second thing.
Tucker.
Nope. Because why would we? What?
Now batting. Catcher, Joe.
All right, time to bring in our. How do we do this? Bring in Pudge.
Pinch hitting, Ivan Rodriguez.
Okay, we'll take it.
Now batting, the third baseman, Terry Pendleton.
Oh, hanger. We're not watching the ball come out of his hand. Damn it. Again, this whole thing's about becoming a better hitter. Part of it is I have a bad mindset right now. And a lot of that has to do with being down 7-2. Oh, I'm surprised he didn't go through for a base hit.
Ball one, no strikes. One ball, two strikes.
very early. The ball's way outside, and he's still able to foul that off. Popped him up. All right. No talking this next inning. All right. We gotta see if we can score. I want to just hit the ball. I want to score a few runs. We don't have to win.
For the A's, the left fielder, Cool Papa Bell.
I know we can hit Tanner Scott. We just got to watch his release. Be ready for the fastball. I saw that was a changeup, but my PCI did not have good placement.
Inside, ball one. A two.
Slider inside and away.
Nope, that's a ball.
I'm sorry, I meant inside and away. No, inside and low. No, of course that wouldn't work out for us. It's a good swing.
Ball that's outside. Hey. 2 ball, 1 strike. Hey.
It's all fastball there.
2 strikes.
There it was. Of course, that should be a perfect swing. Should have been a home run. But that's not how the game's going for me today. All right, big moment right here, though. I don't think we're winning the game. But here's why I say this is a big moment right here. Because we have a runner on third, 1 out. I can get this guy in. We can score just by making an out as long as we can hit the ball. Now, as long as we don't hit a ball hard or pop up, or if we could just get a fly ball to the outfield, it would be a sacrifice fly. This is when you're trying not to strike out. And this is when they're mostly trying to strike you out. So, we're going to take a breath. We're going to empty the mind. And we're just going to rely on playing the game. Okay? We're going to pinch hit. Hopefully we still have enough time. Shit, I can never do this right. Shit, I don't have time to pinch hit. Damn it. Okay. I want to pinch hit, but I was about to forfeit the game. Adversary. Okay, got him in. Barely. I really wanted a pinch hit there. But I ran out of time because I was talking too much. Nope. Of course not. After not being able to pinch hit there, I then lost the calmness of mind. And I felt the stress of that situation. Keep that in mind. The goal is to fluster your opponent, not you be flustered yourself. So we have to practice stillness of mind. I think he was looking for that. I meant to have it more inside.
Nope, inside, ball two.
Ooh. You have to be kidding. There we go. That was a nice pitch. Stram's a good pitcher.
No ball, two strikes.
I don't know how to do this. Like, what button do we hit? Oh, that button. All right. That's my bad. I should have never threw that fastball. Cool Papa Bell? I think so. Yes, sir. All right.
The batter, number 7, second baseman, Carson Williams. One ball,
This
one
guy's
strike.
probably better than me, but you take away that disastrous first inning. It's a damn competitive game. In fact, if you take those in, you can't take those 6 runs away. He deserves them, or she.
2-2 to count.
Ooh, that did not go well. If you took those 6 runs away, though, the first inning, I'd actually be winning 3-2. I think it's time for, oops, how much time do I have? Oh, shit. I have no time. They punish you with time. They take more time than you use, I think, every time you pause the game, and I pause the game too much. Which, you know, nobody likes playing someone who's pausing the game all the time. But I want one more at bat. So I don't want to forfeit this game.
That's ball 4.
I can't change the pitcher.
Third baseman, Julian Lawler.
Can't pitch hit either. Well, this guy outplayed me. But he also got some breaks. I did not get very many breaks in this game.
The shortstop, Adrian Beltre.
No breaks. And I didn't hit that well. Oh my God. Why can I foul that one off? There are no breaks. All right. I thought today's stream was important to show that I am not a very good player, but I'm going to try to get better. Do it again tomorrow. See if we can improve on this outcome. Good night.